Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, guests and staff. I'm David Whittam, Director for Public Safety Training, and I welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the Allen Hancock College Fall 2020 EMS class. Welcoming you here today for today's unique event, both streaming online and from the safety of your vehicles, is especially meaningful as we honor our graduates and celebrate their awesome achievements. I want to thank those present ahead of time. If you're watching the ceremony from your vehicle, please remain in your vehicle for the duration of this ceremony. These are challenging times as we navigate through the current pandemic. Fortunately, through the leadership of Hancock College's President Superintendent Dr. Walters, our staff, and our educational partners, we have been able to successfully train and prepare our EMS graduates to begin the next phase of their careers. Today's graduates have just completed 150 hours of training. They have been challenged throughout their time, the EMS Academy, and have finished strong. And now, please focus your attention to my right and your left to welcome our graduates. And now Joshua Shiver will lead the class in the Pledge of Allegiance. Please remain in your vehicles during the pledge. Everyone else stand? To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Class and guests, please be seated. I would like to thank all of you for joining us today for this graduation celebration. We are fortunate that technology allows us, for those who aren't able to be here in person, to view this ceremony online. There's been a great deal of ongoing preparation and energy involved in the delivery and training for the Fall 2020 EMS Academy. The success of the Academy is a reflection of the commitment, dedication, quality, and professionalism of the students, training staff, and instructors. I thank them all for a job well done. I want to send out a special thanks to the following staff for their diligent efforts in making this class a success. Coordinator Suze Roll, Instructional Assistant Tommy Moore, and while Tommy will be here for the beginning of the next class and for Fall 2020 will be his last full class. He's been a huge asset to the program and he's going to be missed. So thank you, Tommy. We owe you a round of applause. Also, instructional aides Dan Turner, Kathy Diaz, Patrick Schmitz, Brian Scally, and Anthony Ramos. Also like to, good job, Suze. Also like to recognize program technician Rianne Baldwin. Behind the scenes, she takes care of all the paperwork and everything that needs to be done to make this a successful class. There are also many other staff members behind the scenes at our public safety training complex that we couldn't do it without them. Many of them set this up, they get things ready, so I just give them a great thanks for a job well done. Again, I want to take the opportunity to thank you for taking the time to come and support your friends and loved ones under these unique conditions. Ordinarily, we would have our graduates come to the front to be recognized for their achievements and certificates. Due to the pandemic, we will be conducting a contactless ceremony for the safety of all involved. To maintain the restrictions of social distancing, each recipient will stand when their name is called to be recognized for their award or their certificate. hopefully we'll be through this soon and we can get back to the regular way we celebrate these graduations. Before we begin, I want to address our graduating class today. Today, you graduate ready to face the many challenges and opportunities that lie ahead in the service of others and on the path that you choose. You are well-trained, well-educated, and ready to take on your next endeavor. You have embraced teamwork, professionalism, and a solid work ethic. The staff and instructors have prepared you well, and now the next step is up to you. What you choose to become is in your hands. Careers in the EMS field is a noble one, and service to others as a career is a higher calling. You are all now up to the challenge. All of us here at Allen Hancock College's Public Safety Training Complex are honored to be the part of your future success. And now to the family and friends of the graduates gathered here. Today, or if you're watching online, thank you for your continued support to these fine men and women throughout their endeavor in the academy. While today we are here to honor all of the EMS graduates, first we would like to recognize special achievements of the individuals in the class. I would like to invite the heart and soul of the EMS Academy to the podium for the awards. Sue's role will be announcing the special awards and graduating students. Welcome, Suze.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave. All right, so thank you all for coming as well. I'm so proud of this class. I think COVID and being isolated and all the other things that are going on in this country right now, this class united as a team more than any class that I've ever been teaching with. I'm going to miss them dearly. But we have some special awards, and honestly, Tommy laughs at me because I want to give every single person a special award. They each have so many amazing characteristics that I just want to hold on to and let them know I appreciated it. But here's some of the ones that we have chosen. The first one is the most improved. And this was chosen by staff here at Hancock. It is awarded to the student who has shown the most improvement through the entire semester. Success is determined not by what you get for reaching your destination, but by what you become by reaching it. And this goes to Vincent Gomez. Woo, woo, woo. The hardest thing for me is I want to hug them all, and that's very hard. I can't. The next award is very special. It was chosen by the staff as well as an outstanding tough dog. This certificate is awarded to the student who has faced all obstacles as challenges to overcome. The student is a true bulldog whose intense determination with a sprinkle of stubbornness showed toughness and resilience. Okay, now I'm going to cry. I'm pathetic. Okay, this goes to Kayla Gillerman. Yes, I brought my tissues. The next award was split between two individuals. It was chosen by the staff. It was awarded to the student who has shown us the true meaning of benevolence, always demonstrating integrity, compassion, and fairness to all. I think of it as a kind Labrador puppy. We are proud to bestow this. And the quote I have with this is not how much we give, but how much love we put into giving. And this is shared by Stefan Moreno and Brad Dixon. Brad, you can stand up, please. Excellent. This next award was chosen by fellow students. Whether it's working in the classroom, in the lab, performing clinicals, working out with fire, doing ride-alongs, this person has your back. And let me tell you, she might be small, but she's mighty. Christiane Karatis, okay, I can't pronounce your full last name. Sobosle. Can you correct my pronunciation. I slaughtered it. Christiane, please stand up. And I so apologize to family. I should have reviewed that. My bad. The next award, and it was pretty evident the moment he walked in, was chosen by the staff as the recipient of the Academy Leadership Award. The certificate acknowledges the student who most clearly presents himself as a developed leader. The student is respectful, responsive, assistive, and inspiring to fellow classmates. And obviously it is Adam Brown. This next award we call Most Motivated, with an engine that doesn't slow down. The staff chose this, many challenges faced by our Academy students. The certificate is awarded to the student whose drive and commitment to the course has always exhibited the willingness to go the distance and beyond, in and out of the classroom. Also known as the mama of the group, Lizette Vargas. Now, this next one was chosen by the students, and there was a tie. It's titled Most Valuable Partner, MVP. It's been chosen by all students. The certificate acknowledges the student who recognizes by their fellow classmates as a person who is trustworthy, expressive, reliable, and who would make the best partner to work with. That's a high honor. This is shared by Joshua Shiver and Sabrina Robbie. And the final individual for the award is our valedictorian. Certificate is the highest academic grade in the fall 2020 class. The student has shown the will and determination to get to the top of the EMS Academy. And it was a joy to watch her work in every capacity. This person is incredibly focused and determined to be excellent. And that is Sabrina Robbie. Am I continuing on? Okay. Sabrina, if you could come up and talk to your fellow students and your family. Please welcome Sabrina.
All right, let me get organized here. First off, what we learned. I should have rehearsed this. Oh no. Well, forget the glasses. Oh my God. It's like the first time I've put on gloves before. All right, PPE. I'm ready. Let's call it. The scene is now safe. It's been a wild ride, and we've made it to the end. Safely, more knowledgeable, and ready to serve. These last 17 weeks have truly been a unique and unparalleled experience. We've endured it all, the power outages, the distance learning, the COVID-19 limitations. But just as we do in the field of first responding, we learn to adapt and overcome the obstacles placed before us. We couldn't have done it without the incredible dedication of our outstanding instructors, support staff, and the entire team at Allen Hancock College. On behalf of all of us in the fall 2020 COVID class, thank you. Thank you for preparing us, teaching us, and guiding us through these extraordinary times. We began as a group of 24 strangers, but we were transformed into a strong, unwavering team. One that celebrates in each other's triumphs, pushes one another towards success, and supports each other when challenges arise. But a cohesive team doesn't just happen. It must be carefully cultivated by an exceptional leader. one that allows vulnerability, encouraged tough questions, and welcomed the arguments, or rather, discussions from our legal team. Thank you, Counselor Adam, Attorney Heather, and Lawyer Christiane. And look for our legal bills in the mail. Suze, we didn't give you our best. You brought out the best in all of us. Every day, your passion for teaching radiates and inspires us to keep reaching, learning, and never settling. You've instilled in us that we can always strive to improve our skills and put our best foot forward each day. Thank you. Because of your training, we are ready. We are prepared, and we can do what we've been trained to do, all while keeping that tail wagging. So, thank you. That's it.
Can I finish my little spiel? All right, I want to just share a couple things with you all. And I want to thank you once again for supporting your family members. It's a challenging position. So I want to share just a little taste of what your new EMS family is going to be part of. It truly is a wonderful world, emergency medical services. And I include other fields as law enforcement. When you guys are out in the field, it's one big family that we take care of each other. I'm a registered nurse, coming now on 35 years. I hate to admit that. And 15 years I was lucky enough to work in the EMS field as a flight nurse in a helicopter. I recall many flights leaning down and holding a hand in the helicopter, talking to a scared patient, such as someone with a bleeding aneurysm or major trauma, titrating drugs, maintaining airways, striving to be one step ahead, focus keenly on the challenge of the critically ill patient. But often my biggest role is just being there and helping them. Helping them believe they can get through this. I knew not everyone would. Often the last time they spoke was to me. I felt honored to be with them. I felt compelled to be more knowledgeable and better. I would now add that I is now to we. We will do everything to make that happen, medically in our skills and emotionally and spiritually in our heart. It's not an easy job. It requires an individual to be resilient and take care of their personal needs and their family's needs. And the family needs to understand it is a different world, and you have to have understanding and compassion as well. Couple things I just want to point out, because this is what I kind of stress in class, is facing the big F word, and that is failure, nothing else. Thank you, class. And failure is defined as a lack of success, the omission of an expected or required action. And why would I talk of failure on such a day as today? The next and final testing is a written exam for most challenging. Failure is not always the enemy. Failure is the stumbling block on your path to success. Failure breeds humility, maturity, and empathy. Failure is not your buddy. It's not warm and fuzzy and brings you lattes. It's brutal. It shatters your certainties. It questions your place in the world of worthiness. You can see and feel the cracks in the fabric of your being, even as severe as feeling broken in your core. It can take you to the core of your existence and throw you out into the vastness of nothingness. I've lost patients. One small child, Danny, in particular, I felt I failed. I was a young critical care nurse in Seattle. I was close to the family and was in the prime of my skills, and yet Danny died. His mother called me. Sorry.
his mother called me from the hospital, telling me her son died, and it shook me to my core. I was angry, and I felt shattered. At the home I was living in Washington, and I just loaded my 2-year-old son into the wagon full of hay to go feed 24 horses. It was pouring rain and dark indigo blue colors outside. I whistled loudly, yet it was raining so hard no one could hear. No horses appeared. I whistled again, and out of nowhere, it seemed, emerged galloping specks of white and browns that were emerging upon me, ready for a good bite of hay. They did hear me. I smiled. I heard my son giggling at my dog, who was licking his face. Life was still beautiful. That was beautiful. I talked to myself. Yes, I still do that. And forgave myself for feeling this sense of failure. I tried my best. I gave them my love. To turn failure away, failure must be faced head on. Stare it in the eyes. If you don't, that failure will lead to nowhere. It is truly all about choices you make. Take the steps. Choose to not be a self-hater rather than use your experience to give more to others. Take the personal part out of failure and be kinder to yourself, less harsh. Be humble, as humility lessens your self-occupation and helps look at the world from a bigger picture. Humility stems compassion and forgiveness and confidence and empathy. The final thing I want to mention is resilience. And that's defined as the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties and toughness. The ability of a substance or object to spring back into shape, to be elastic. I was lucky enough to grow up in Africa as a child. It really created an attitude of gratitude within me, seeing people with nothing who were happy. I would play soccer with native Ethiopians, and they would share their food as I shared some jewelry of my mom's, and yes, I did have to return that. I'd like to share what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for my family, my granddaughter who paints and rides horses with me, my sons, my husband, my extended family here at the college. I would not be here without them. My support staff, all of us work as a well-oiled machine, and we always strive to improve. Tommy, my right hand, you, all of us gave it straight to us with patience, intelligence, and humor. And I was thinking of locking him in his office, but somehow I think he'd get out. Gonna miss you dearly. You know, resilience is struggles I'm so incredibly proud of that we can bounce back, and many students in this class demonstrated it. And they know who they are. I think every single one had to demonstrate it. A couple of things that I think of in this class that I'm so proud of is Kayla for finding her inner strength to believe and shine. Heather, Christiane, for your 50,000 questions. Just one more question. Brad's kindness that oozes out of him like a puppy. The legal team of Adam, Sabrina, Christiane, and Heather that presented excellent arguments related to test questions. I'd listen to the class going, yeah, Adam, that was good, you got her. And then I'd voice my opinion on what the answer was, and I'd hear someone go, oh, yeah, that might be correct. And I'm sorry I did not give you those points.
but they were good arguments, and that created a cohesive team. I love the motley crew working out with fire. I think it was Stefan, Juan, Christian, Joe. Did we have Sabrina? Were you there? You know, they impressed all of the determination, doggedness, Fire Academy instructors and other students. Appreciate Lizette for being the mother hen who took us all in under her wing. You know, better wash your ears because she'll be on you. And Brian Robles, quiet and stealth-like. And at the last day of class, all the instructors were like, he was amazing. Your National Registry skills were perfect. I could go on and on with all of you. I'm so proud of this class. I'm honored to be part of your journey into EMS. It is a wonderful world. Some of you will be crybabies like me, but you can still do this. And I know that you will be excellent. Keep in touch. Thank you all for supporting them. It is the best job they could have. Thank you. Where now? Nope. We are going to present each individual student. Of course, we can't give their certificate. And do we have the list? Oh, it's in there. Oh, thank you. You're so organized. All right. So if you could stand up when we announce your name, and you guys are welcome to cheer as hard as you want. Heather Beresford. Adam Brown. Kelly Lee Carter. Bradley Dixon. Woo-hoo. Jacoby Dunlap. Roman Flores. Lance Gambaretti. Vincent Gomez. Jacob Guerrero. Kayla Gilliman. Daniel Hayes. Sabrina Robbie. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Emilio Jimenez. Uh-oh. Christiane Caricas Sibolsle. How was that bad? Yeah, she's like, she's so sweet. It was bad. Juan Lopez. Hallie Mitchell. Stefan Moreno. Joseph Moreno Esparza. Brian Robles. Joshua Shiver. Lizette Vargas. Andrew Villa. That is the fall class of 2020. I'm so proud of them. Let's make a loud roar for congratulations.
Thank you, Suze. Thank you, Suze, and all the staff here. On behalf of us, I present to you our Fall 2020 EMS graduating class. Once again, Let's hear all the horns. Well, thank you all for coming. This concludes our graduation ceremony.